Hello everyone, it's Shelby with Shelby Creations. Welcome back to the Dragon's Den. This is, yes, I pulled out the project box again. We have a somewhat detailed project this time. I did not put these in the project box because these are a little bit thick, but they're the older pages, and when they bend, they crack. So I did one similar for a piece of birthday Happy Mail for someone, and showed it to someone else. Actually, I showed it to Sherry, and she says, you gotta do it, you gotta do a video on it. So what I'm using are the little small envelopes. As you can tell, these are, I've had these for a while. And we'll use 5 of them. If you need to have the extra one, you can always do it with 6. You can make this as large as you want to, but I really would not go over 6. What this is using is, I'm using up my scrap cardstock. Ooh, things are falling over here. We all have cardstock that we've got laying around from things that we've done, and I've got plenty. So I took some already and cut them up to the size I need. And I also have some that are narrower than what I need because I miscut. But we can use these as tags, so we're not throwing them out. Let's start with, how many envelopes did I put in here? Oh my goodness. Well, this is what I made. Let's set and move all this stuff out of here, move the box out of the way. And it's basically just a booklet of, it's going to be nothing but pockets. So like a pocketbook, made out of envelopes. Now I've seen them where you can, you do this one that way, this one that way. But the easiest way that I found to do them is I take 5 envelopes, or you can take 6. If you're using 5, take 4 of them and bend the top back, just like that. Because you're going to take these 4, let me undo what I've got here right now. Take this last one off. You're going to bend them, and you're going to insert this one into there, just like that. These I've already got inserted. Well, if it will go in there. Of course, on camera, nothing wants to go in. Nothing wants to work. Well, I just took you out of here. Why are you not? Well, if I get you will go in there. Just like that. So that you're opening them, and this way you've already got the back, this part will show. So you don't have that inside envelope showing. Now, you see, we did this to 4 of these. But the last one, because there's nothing to tuck in, it's still like this. So what we're going to do, we're going to take our last one here, number 5, fold it just like that one. We're going to insert it in like that, and then this will fold over and close that up. Yes, you will lose a pocket there, but we're not worried about that. So that's basically what we are doing. So now we got to glue it all together. So now I got to take it all apart. You see how easy this was? This is our main one. This is the one we're going to glue down. Find my glue. Now you don't have to glue. Ooh, that is yucky. I don't know why there's all that was up there. Okay. We're going to come in here and just put glue right along where the sticky part is. because this is going into this one. Put it in just... I have trouble getting these to go right. Line it up, press it down, make sure my envelope didn't stick to it. Yeah, there was a little bit of stickage there. That's okay. I'll fold that one over. And I think what I'm going to do for the neck, oh, that's the outside. I'm going to bring this one in and go ahead and stick it in, because I don't want it to stick together. So I'm going to open this up, and you see this is where that one come in there. And I'm just going to put a little bit of glue in there, just so it stays down. Just like that. I think I like that way better. All right, the next one goes in. And then I'll come right back here, put a little bit of glue down there, close that up. That's just so that it stays in place. All right, here goes the next one. So basically, the only one that's different is that bottom one. We're leaving it out. So we're putting all of these in just like this. And this way, when they stay glue, I think they'll stay better this way. Well, come on, glue, come out of there. Make sure we keep them all nice and straight here. That was wanting to come up a little bit. And now for the last one, we'll stick that one in. I'll fold that back for a moment. Just so, because see, when you open it, you can see where the top is, and that's all we're gluing down is that top. Corner came out. And then we'll glue this one. Put some glue down there, make sure it sticks. Make sure everything is straight. Now, when you fold this over, you see you're going to have some bit of thickness there. Don't worry about it. Now, we're going to come down here and just glue that flap down, just like that. And there we have our base. Oh, actually I did one more, I did 6. But what that happens is, if you do not put your final one here, you're only going to have the thickness of this holding it together. So with wrapping your other around there, you're giving yourself actually 2 thicknesses, because we're going to sew these into our book. Now, from a bigger piece of cardstock, what I did was, this is 7 3/8 across and 6.5 inches this way, because that's how tall my envelopes are. So it's 7 3/8. Then I measured in 5 3/8 and I scored it. And then I went over 1 tick on the scoreboard, so there's 5 3/8 on this side. So you're going to end up with a spine about like that. So this is 3 5/8, this is 3 5/8, and that's just 1 tick apart. If that makes any sense. Now, this is an older cardstock, and I noticed there is some cracking. So I don't want to do anything out here, but I am going to cover the inside front. Well, actually the whole inside. And I'm just going to use regular book paper for this. Get it down. And put some glue right there along that fold, or that where we creased it, because this is going to reinforce it from the inside. And then move that over and just, well, need to come up just a tad more. Is it going to move? No, it's not going to move for me. That's okay. That's all right. We can deal with that. And then we have this side. Now, what I'm going to do here, I didn't tear off the edge here, so it comes off very easily. And because I know where my fold lines are, give it a brief sort of crease there, put a little bit under there, and then I'm going to come in here from where that crease is and put glue on top of that. So I'm going to have a double layer of that book page in between, and that's going to strengthen my spine some. You see if maybe I can get it to where I don't have that header up there on the top of the page. There. Now there is some overlap here. That's fine. We're going to come in here with our glue and just glue it down. Just like that. And no, the typing doesn't match. That's okay. Let me see. I thought I had, yeah. Try to keep my little tips in there. When I'm working, that is full of glue, so I need to clean that out, but that's later. And I'm just going to come along here and remove this excess paper. Sometimes if your paper is not really old, you're not going to be able to tear it like this. But this one is, so we can do it. There. Now, I've got my creases here, so I'm going to come in here and I'm going to refold where they were. Now, I have trouble when the folds are this close. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here and just place a ruler there, and it will help me get that other part of the fold. Just like that. So now I have my spine again. But you see where it cracks? I'm not sure if the camera is even picking that up. But yeah. So now we have our inside and we have our outside. A lot of times when I go to sew it in, I miss the spine. So to get that just right, pull out this is like the thick packing foam. I just glued several layers together. I have that, and we need some thread and a needle. So, take out my threader here, figure out what color I want to do this in. Let's just do the pink. We'll do it in the pink. Pull some out by my scissors. I don't measure. I know they say it's supposed to be 3 times your length, but I don't measure it. I just pull out what I think is enough. And I usually end up with too much. I got these in the sewing department. I also use these when I cross stitch. They're needle threaders, but because they have the two different sizes and they're sturdy, it is so easy to thread this big eye needle. Put that in there, loop that over, and there we go. I keep these in with my thread because I have a little magnet up here and another needle, and that just stays up there attached to the magnet. Put that back in there. I have lost my needles and everything so many times it's ridiculous. Now, what I'm going to do on this side is come in here with a pen, and I want to mark where I want, make sure that's there. I'm going to do one here, do one here, whoops, that went over, and do one here in the middle. It's kind of hard to see when you're off center like this, so find my pokey tool, and I am pre-punching these. So I've got one there. Come down here, do one there, and then up at the top, do the one there. Make sure that is, that was the bottom. This, I do want my words to face the right way. Now with these, I'm going to match this hole for hole. And by doing that, what you do is you just simply lay it down there, come back with my pin, mark a line there, there, and then down here. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I want these to be centered. So I'm going to pre-poke my holes here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Turn it around right. Got a hole there. Hole there. We're going to come down here, do our final one here. Now I can simply sew them together if I match my holes properly. All right, so because this is glued together already, we should not have too much problems. Wait, go in through the center. Then I'll go in through my center here. There we go. Pull out my thread. See, I told you I got way too much on here. But it's okay. Now I can go in this hole and then find the hole on there and come through there. Now what I like to do is to hold this part down because I'm going to skip this hole, go in this one, fold these down so I can find the hole where it goes out there. And then I'm not pulling it all the way, but I am going to pull this one fairly taut because I want to go in beside that thread. Come on now. Find the hole. Find it. In from the side, just like, well, boy, am I having problems today. It's like nothing wants to work right. Probably because of all the snow. Now, I've got this side, the first one down, this down, and now I'm going to pull this up, and I'm going to pull this the other way. Go ahead and cut this off. Now, tighten these up. And I want to pull them snug but not to the point where it's going to rip holes. I got too much there. Hard to maneuver. Pull it snug. I like to go 1 and 2. Tighten that up. And then just an easy 1. And our knot is done. And there is our book. And if you notice, our stitching is right on our seam doing it this way. Give it a little, settle it in. And there are all of our pages in our pockets. Just that simple. Now I can see here, yes, and this was done on purpose. My cover is a little bit short on that side, maybe not so much on this side, but there's a reason I did that. We've all made this mistake quite often, where we've done something and one side of our covers is not right. We're going to end up fixing that. But this is where we've got to today. Now, what I also did ahead of time is I cut the different pieces of cardstock that would fit on the envelopes. It's simply a matter of measuring them and cutting them. And and this is all scrap cardstock I have. I have quite a few pieces here, plus I have the extras. So in the next video, we're going to be putting on the covers on our pages. And when we get that done, maybe we'll even have time to decorate. This is a super simple project. And it gives you a lot of spaces to tuck things in. And I say it's simple because it's basically envelopes and scraps, but it's getting stuff out of our stash, using up our scraps, getting them out of our hair, because it's a new year. We want to create new projects, and this makes great little gifts for someone. So next time we'll cover our pages, and maybe we'll work on some of the tags that go in it. And we want to correct our shortage edges. So if you liked what I've shared with you today, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, because you'll want to come back to see how we finish this. So until next time, from the Dragon's Den, bye guys.